Hello, good evening, and welcome back for this recap session. Starting with XAUSD. Today, as you know, on the 4 hour, we are still bullish. You can see we created a new high today, and this low is now the protected low for me. So, we are still very bullish, and the momentum is still there on XAUSD. So, on the 1 hour time frame, I spotted this bullish engulfing candle formed. You can see that's the entry here and you know waited from for a few hours. Then boom, I saw what I was looking for. Took out my first partial around there. That's 1:3, and the second partial is running now. Though this alert is just to denote my stop loss. I have the second position secured to this level, so I'm just waiting for price to either reach the TP or hit the stop loss that was set here. And the next pair is Euro USD. On Euro USD, as you know, we've been bullish for a while now, and you know, this was an entry. I just did a markup. I was not in the position, and this is another one where you can see that was yesterday. It did form. I was not in that position also. That formed in the morning. Yes, I was not in the position, but during this time here, that's towards the evening on the 15-minute time frame, I saw this bullish engulfing formed, and that looks like a very good entry for me because price has actually went up a little and did a little reversal, still in alignment with the 4 hour structure that is breaking to the upside. Then I saw this bearish engulfing form. I took the buy position and I did my 1:1. That's breaking it. That's to break even for me. So I did break even when price got to somewhere around there. Then price came back recently into my stop loss at the entry position here and took me out of the position. So presently I'm out of this position, with zero loss, and that's a good thing. It's way better than a loss. Breaking even is way better than a loss. And on USDJPY today, let's see what we have on the 4 hour. We are still within this impulse move here, and price is just doing a little reversal. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll continue the bullish movement, and let's see. There was nothing in form of an entry today on USDJPY. Going forward to GBP card. GBP card today, there was a series of movement in the market, and you know we did form another low here, broke the previous low. Oh, so sorry, I've forgotten. We have our big impulse move here to this low, and that's the that's the movement that signifies the structure we are. What I'm trying to say is from this high to this low here is the movement that denotes the present structure we are in, and obviously we broke to the downside here from the new lower low. We formed the new low here somewhere around there. Price went up a little. We formed the new lower low, and this particular single movement has has been the reason we've been on the downside for a while now, and price has been ranging within it. You can see if I did draw a line out from here and from this low right here to the right to my right hand side, you can see price is here to either close above it or below this low. But in general, we are still very bearish, and on the 1 hour time frame, was there anything like an entry in form of the engulfing today? Yes, this is one around there. It from around 1 o'clock, and obviously if you take this, you might not be able to do up to 1:3, but it's going to be an even trade because price came back into it around there, and that's going to take me out of the position. But I was not in this position, and this is another engulfing form. It's just a very large candle. It's way more than my ideal stop loss, so I didn't bother getting into the position. And Let me just show you from this low here. Yeah, down into 50 pips, and that's way larger for me. I do 25 pips as the at least stop loss. So I can just wait for price to come into the 20 pips stop loss and continue trading. That's that's still another way to get into the position. But I just left the entry because it was kind of large, and on the 15 minutes, I was thinking I could see, some form of an engulfing or something. Okay, it didn't engulf it. Nothing has really formed when it comes to the bearish engulfing on the 15-minute time frame on GPP card. There is one right here, and if I taking this, it's going to be a loss. As you can see, price came back into it, took out the stop loss, and it's not really playing out well. So I was not in any position on GPP card today, and looking at GBP AUD, like I said, it's kind of very similar. Also, on the 4 hour time frame, we are still trading within the range of this impulse move from this low to this, from this high to this low here, and we're also here to close below it, neither above it. But we know we are looking for bearish entries on GBP AUD today. So far, there was nothing in form of the bearish engulfing. Oh, this is one here. Did candle close? It was like an equal high, so I can't really call it an engulfing. You can see it's an equal high, so I want something where the wick will come up than the previous wick of the bullish candle, or let me call it the previous high attained by the bullish candle. I want the wick to come, take it out, then close below the candle. So in this instance, that was not the case. So this is not a valid entry for me. And on 15 minutes, let's see. Oh wow, we did have something here. Something formed. Well, what time is this? That's like 7 p.m. Something formed here, and it has been playing. Let me just do the markup. You can see in form of the engulfing. Yeah, that's like 10 pips, and obviously it's playing out well. Just to 1:5. Okay, yeah, that's the perfect figure. 1:5, and that's a good position to be in. There is another entry slightly under it. This is another one slightly under it here. If you can see the little bullish candle formed here, then we have the bearish engulfing took over it again. That's like the second entry it gave. And if you want to double the position, you can just enter around there. But that's not ideal because you'll be running too much risks on a pair. And that's like 6.5 pips, and 1:5 will be around there. I just like tight stop loss. It makes your risk to reward very short, and in no time you can have your full TP. But in that of the case, mm, whether the stop loss, whether your take profit is large or near, does not really matter. The goal is for you to get it. And the next PF we'll be looking at is AUD USD. AUD USD today, I was expecting to see reverse somewhere around there, but no, reverse is the case. It didn't happen, but so far there is no candle close above this high. We'll still be looking for reasons to sell on AUD USD. And today on the 1 hour time frame, there is nothing like the bearish engulfing denoting the power moving to the bears. The bulls are in control, and obviously it's going to there is high probability it's going to break above this high. But till then, if you see any entry denoting that price is gaining momentum to the downside, we'll obviously take the position. On GBP USD, on the 4 hour, okay, on the 4 hour we broke to the upside here after the close of this candle, and that movement started from this low. No, it started from this low. We closed above here, and we did a new break of structure again, closing above this candle. You can see this candle did close above this high here, and that movement started from this low. So that low was responsible for taking out this previous high and formed a new higher high. Then today, okay, that was yesterday. Price came, took out the low. So from this moment here that the low was got taken out by this black candle, I've been looking, and that movement started from the moment they start from this. It might be very tiny on the 4 hour, but I'm going to spot it here. Yeah, it started from this eye here. This eye was responsible for taking out the low. That's the break of structure. We did another break of structure to the upside here on the 4 hour time frame. And the candle that did close, let's see, the candle that closed above this eye started from this low here. The movement started from this low. So now we've closed below the low again, finally breaking to the downside. That might be a little tricky there, but if you take your time, you're going to get what I'm trying to say. It's a little bit clearer on the 1 hour time frame. So from this moment here, start looking for reasons to sell, and this is one engulfing that formed here that run into a loss. Okay, might not run into a loss if you take your partial at 1:1. This obviously did more than 1:1. It might just be a break-even position for you. Let's see if you enter the position here. Oh, that's like 23 pips stop loss. So you obviously be setting your sell limit somewhere around there, 20 pips. And let's see if it did more than 1:1. You can see price came below more than 1:1, and for me, that's enough to break even. And after breaking even, price just went up. So it's obviously might not be a loss, but the position is not valid. But in general, on the 4 hour, this is the only break we have. The last break was to the downside, and now we are bearish on GBP USD. And the movement started from this high here. So if there's no close above this high, we'll still be looking forward to see reasons to take a sell position on GBP USD. And we can also just look at the 15-minute time frame to see if there is any, okay, nothing like that today. And that's that. On USD card, on USD card, we've been breaking to the downside. Like, I mean, we've been moving to the down towards this down part for a while now. After this break here, powered by this high, then we did a break to the downside again, breaking the structure again to the downside. And so far from this high here to this low, that impulse move, price is here to close below it. Okay, we did close below it here, now breaking to the downside again. That's another break to the downside. And now the protected high for me is this, because the move that broke this structure to the downside, you can see this low here, this candle closed. Oh, I think I have to delete some of these things so it can be clearer. I just like to leave it for accountability. This candle closed below this low, and so far, if there is no close above this candle, I'll still be looking for selling opportunities. And I took a trade on the 15-minute time frame today. You can see the this large engulfing candle was my reason to sell, and that was like 19.8, or let's say 20 pips. So presently, I'm still running risks on USD card. I'm waiting for it to do 1:1, and I have my full TP here, expecting it to come into this area, and I get my full TP. So let's see what we have, and I'll be anticipating the fall tomorrow. And USD CHF, I did spot a nice entry. This position right here, I got taken out by spread somewhere around there, and my stop loss was above here, but the spread was wide in the night and took out my entry here. So I did my 1:3, then I got a token. I still got something from the other partial somewhere around there. And on the 15-minute today, yeah, was it today? Yes, on the 15-minute today, I saw this entry, but because I have positions open, I took a loss today. What pair was that? Let me check. I had like two break evens today and a loss. Trying to confirm from my mobile phone. Oh, I think the loss was on USD card. Let's see the particular trade. Yeah, it was on USD card. Where was it? Okay, yeah, it was it this entry? Yeah, I think it's this entry right here. I took a loss here. Yeah, you can see price went straight, didn't do up to 1:1 and went straight. It was just like a peep or two away from giving the 1:1. So I was unable to break even. I was unable to break even and price went into the stop loss. So that was my loss for today. That was the only loss I had today, and I broke even on like two pairs, and I'm still running risks on the USD card again. And this year was just a markup. I was not in this position because like I said, I don't do more than two risks in a day, two running risks, and I can't take more than two losses. So I had my first loss on USD card, and I had another position open that was still running risks, so I could not enter this position then. That's just my personal rule. I don't have too much risks running. I don't run more than 1% risks on my account. And I did another markup, saw this entry again on the 1 hour. Let me zoom that out for you to see the bearish engulfing. And you see, price is trying to come back into the entry, but this did 1:5. The exact peak did 1:5 and made the reversal here, but the other entry is still running very fine. Let's see if we didn't run into the break even position. Though I'm not in this position, but by this time here, I'll be even already on this particular order. Let's see if it's going to play out well. And tomorrow we'll be looking forward to see more opportunities, more reasons to take a sell position on USD CHF till there's a break above this high. That is the recent break to the downside. The break to the downside was powered by this high. Till there's a close above it on the 4 hour. Still be looking for reasons to take a sell position. And what I mean by reasons is I'll be looking for confirmation in form of the bearish engulfing candle. So thank you for joining this evening recap session. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m.